lock in.
Yeah, come on, I'll put it up.
What's up?
Watch what? Man, he talks so much, man. I can't stand that nigga. He got that little strong ass blitz if you run
Come on, y'all! Just playoffs, y'all! Come on! Shit!
He know how to use it a little better than Slaughter.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Y'all gonna be balanced out because they ain't gonna be 11-5. But the Eagles have a better record than y'all. You wanna bet that too, man? You really wanna do that shit, bro?
Yeah, I got
so
it.
I'll be back in after this game. So you honestly think the Steelers will have a better what kind of record you think they're gonna have? Who? The Steelers. I don't know, but you're gonna have a better fucking brand. Y'all not in your same division?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Bro, we play out this shit. We play out this play. Let's see me play. And we play out. I put 100 on that. What's up?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And he knocks the ball. It falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there and knocking it away and preventing that first touchdown.
The seventh play now, this opening drive. This is third and long, though. Back to throw, Goff. Letting one go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Elliott. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
That ain't me, man. They be like it's glitching.
There's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Man, I want to try this play right here so bad, man. Fuck.
Goff now to throw. And that is caught. It's a 9-yard touchdown there. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nah, nigga, don't put your food
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets past one man. And the decision.
Nah, nigga, don't put that shit up, nigga. Nah, I don't want that shit, nigga.
Taken down back shy of the 20.
You my dog, man. I fuck with you.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is spectacular one-handed grab there. 27 yards there, a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 34, Prescott, rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They finna let him get this bullshit. I know exactly what he's finna run, bro.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
y'all.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking out nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Value 3.
Here's Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
Stop it, man. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to call you. You going to be up? All right.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ain't that well? Take that.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Throw right side taken in by Gallup. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ezekiel Elliott taking the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Hey, that single number dude making him look good. Oh, yeah, this is team in real life. That's what that's all he ever did.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They try right side here. Gurley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Todd Gurley, 63 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He set the lead.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
No!
That's Elliott, complete.
Stop playing me, man!
12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, my fucking
I know most of the time the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry by Elliott.
My
11
fucking
more
God,
and
man.
another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Man, I quit, bro. I quit, bro.
Now it'll be 3rd down.
I quit, bro.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Prescott.
There we go.
It's a Cobb, and it's
There we
intercepted.
go. That shit ain't gonna keep saving you, boy. That shit ain't gonna keep saving you, boy.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown.
Hey,
after
man,
that
it's like all
interception.
he said faster than mine, bro. I swear to
and not giving
God.
up the pick six, because
I
what
swear to
happens a
God,
lot of the
on
time
everything
is
I live,
when
it's
you
like
see
all
the
these
interception,
players is fucking
you just kind of
faster
hang your
than
head a
mine,
little bit and
bro.
you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. After the interception, here's goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You gotta tell me, B-boy, I know.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Prescott.
What the fuck is going on with my goddamn game, man?
Picked off.
What the fuck is going on with my
He's
game?
able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A minute 52 to play until halftime.
The fuck? I can't go. I'm like in the trend.
Coming up at halftime,
I'm
we will
just
visit
stuck,
with
bro.
Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, another good run there.
Yeah.
He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Oh, I came to the field when nobody here.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Today.
Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam.
Huh?
Super one.
What about you?
Early again here on first down. Still going. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The carry here for the big tight end. run. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They're trying to let this run.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib. That his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
I don't want to fuck nothing up, so, take it for what it's worth.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good move. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears they get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back.
You can't go for it. You gotta punt that. No, he can't.
He had changed it. 4th and 2, he can go for it.
No, he can go for it anytime when you're down 21. You can go for it anytime you're down 21.
Yeah,
you down 21, little T. You
okay.
Can go for it when you're
all
down
right,
21.
All right.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
53, Mike.
Let's set a tone,
I
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hold the room.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Gurley. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
He's trying to pull something out of his trick bag. He got something in his trick bag, too. Don't let him fool you.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Prescott now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions. that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Todd Gurley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
What the fuck is my nigga doing?
100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle of Amari Cooper. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
For a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, 47.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, Morgan. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
48 to Mike. Watch the back, watch the back.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on. Double tight, guys.
Nobody hurt.
You got 3 down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Nobody hurt.
20. Tiger.
Check.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
Black 20.
They'll try the air now with Gall. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Pollard again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw is Prescott. And this is incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Total domination.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 16.
Check 50.
Hey, kill.
Goff going to throw it. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Elliott now to add the extra point.
Man,
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Oh, he was talking big shit today?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing on second down. Prescott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Yeah, maybe today, but I know he always be talking shit. I know he got stupid. You know what I mean? Because I be chipping on this grown man, chipping this game. I ain't into that shit, man.
Can't nobody in our league beat him.
Man, he on 2 in this league I'm in right now.
What is he doing?
He might league, he getting his ass whooped.
He said he going.
That's why I don't pay no niggas no attention.
Do I need to pull up?
Shit. He on 2 in that money league.
I don't go to work till 4 o'clock. Do I need to pull up?
You said Slaughter, Bebo? Yeah.
You said what?
I'm on my way. I'll be there about 12:50.
He going to the Super Bowl. He ain't going nowhere.
Huh?
I know my where. Look like he ain't doing nothing in this other league.
How was your day?
Oh man.
It was long.
He
A lot of
be a
work.
church mouse now. That's why I be advising my folks just to shut the fuck up.
Everybody messaging me saying you so cute.
That go for anybody.
I say girls messaging me saying you so cute.
Now he gonna be quiet. Watch.
Not like that. That's like a compliment.
You open the can of words.
You think about me today? Did you think about me today?